Content warning. Tales of Tupenia features some depictions and descriptions of violence, as well as themes consistent with abuse and alcoholism. These are not incredibly common, but be warned. Hey everybody, Belby here, the DM of Tales of Tupenia. Just a couple of announcements before we start up session. Tales of Tupenia is a D&D live play show created by fans for fans, and as such features many homebrew elements. We're not actors nor experts, we're just a group of friends having fun. That being said, we are aware of some audio issues that are present throughout the early episodes. In a campaign that we plan on being full length, please bear with us as we work to make the best show and viewer experience that we can. Furthermore, there will be an effect that plays occasionally in a place of a small number of places, institutions, and people. Right here. This sound effect is intentional and will be explored and explained as the campaign goes on. If you're interested in supporting the show, check out the link to the Patreon in the video description, which will feature different levels of access, including but not limited to Side of Tots, a talkback show that begins at around episode 16, as well as a monthly gaming video with the party, and our quarterly merch, which for the first quarter will only be $10 a month, since Side of Tots will be following behind. Thank you, and appreciate your support for the show. Bye!
On the Lamani Islands, they say if the Hollow Mountain sings to you, you should always listen, for the song itself can carry you out to sea. This was, of course, the one place Uprush always wanted to go. Dmitri Zephius gained the nickname Uprush from a young age, as he always displayed a surge of emotion and passion, strong enough to sweep away any who were ill-prepared for his enthusiasm. He's like an uprush of seawater when he talks, became the easiest way to describe him to seafarers, wondering why an 8-year-old might be hanging out by the docks so often. Aside from his enthusiasm regarding shipfaring, Uprush's mother helped with restocking seafaring ships that would stop by the islands, so meeting seafarers was the norm. This norm for young Uprush was shaken up when a young girl with curly hair made her way onto the island, proclaiming all the world's gold and cookies would be hers someday. From then on, Uprush and the girl nicknamed Cookie would spend their days together fantasizing about being adventurers out on the open sea. Cookie's father would take Uprush under his wing, despite the concerns of Uprush's mother. As he became a man, Uprush gained respect and camaraderie aboard the ship known as the Great White. But Uprush saw a side of the captain no one else quite recognized. Amidst an attempt to convince Cookie to leave the crew with him permanently, Uprush was accused of mutiny, shot in the chest, and left aboard a dinghy to float out at sea. The last thing Uprush heard was the sound of his friend's voice, the splash of the waves, and the sound of the wind's song, all before reaching the unfamiliar shores of Balestone. Chasing a way back out into the open seas, Uprush took up bartending to accrue enough coin and a new crew, all with the hope of reuniting with his dearest friend.
Born to seafaring merchants, Jack and Robin, hailing from Arigian and Kelcary, neither of whom were willing to give up a life on the sea. Hector grew up barely 4 years before returning to the sea for a life of adventure. His youngest mentor in the clerical arts was a steward of the drowned, a medic known as Tim Callaghan. Eventually, his parents' honest merchant dealings led them into conflict with a pirate crew of a fearsome captain, where Hector's parents passed away tragically, with barely enough surviving members to crew the ship into the nearest harbor. Hector's friend Tim took him in, a blessing for young Hector that quickly was dashed as he was left with a smile in the main temple of the drowned stewards in the town of Cotton's Creek, to be raised by one Albert Sparrow, an older steward past his prime. Hector went on to become a fellow steward of the drowned, sailing the seas, protecting ships from the same fate that befell his parents. One day, a group of pirates captured him and stuck him in the upstairs closet of a seaside cottage, held prisoner for a week until the early crew of the Bearded Dragon found him. A crew that Hector has stood fiercely by ever since.
Grow Kadag was born and raised in the kingdom of the Red Dawn. His parents, Shior and Calabax, and siblings and fellow orcs were brutal fighters, taught to hone their aggression in battle against their enemies. Grow grew to become the tallest and burliest of his family, and one of the largest offspring of the Red Dawn. A capable fighter with a gargantuan size, a towering stature, and mammothian teeth that would make any regular human quite intensely shit their pants. Through his straight, raven black hair parts at the middle, a real charmer. He was inducted into the Black Blood clan and went on many adventures. As time passed, the clan would realize something about Grow that infuriated them. He was a sweetheart. He would frequently gaze upon beautiful natural flora and fauna, would resist killing any individuals who wouldn't directly harm him. Whereas all the other orcs were intelligent in livelihood skills and battle practices and tactical knowledge, Grow was a simpleton. His sheer size and strength was enough for him to push through any obstacles presented to the Black Bloods. But even as the rest of the Black Bloods slowly turned their backs on him, Grow was too simple to see it. To him, they were his family. So he stayed with them, until one blissful morning when Grow woke to emptiness around him. The Black Bloods were gone, and Grow hadn't the slightest clue of where to go. Only a name. Bazalmi. Unfortunately, for Grow, he couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. He wandered the countryside finding people who at first rejected him and were scared of him, but would warm up to him through his politeness and simplicity. After many months of wandering and helping, 3 years later, Grow would eventually make it to the city of Benict in the kingdom of Prostab, where he befriended a total bar owner, Rue, and would help her with chores and errands. The city of Benict would see that Grow was an enigma, a condemnation of their treatment of orcs, but some would have prejudices too deep to set aside. Grow left the city, joining the crew of the Bearded Dragon to chase the thrill of battle and to make a new name for himself. With a new crew, a new weapon, and a new cause at his side, Grow's path wanders far away from those who once threw insults his way, even if he was too simple to understand them anyways.
Adrian Drake was born and raised in Winterstone. Being the second son of the Admiral of the Kingdom, Adrian always lived a life of adventure and wanted to be out at sea like his father. He and his brother lived their early lives with a nanny though Adrian snuck out multiple times into the slums, getting into trouble with his best friend Karn. Later on in his years, he was hired onto the Agalita, a trade ship with an older captain Adrian saw as second father. During one voyage at sea, an Asmer named Ariel came aboard trying to get Adrian to do a quest for his god and would not leave until he did so. While the two were below deck in a heated argument, the Agalita was suddenly assailed by pirates, an all-out assault, which was suddenly disrupted as a bolt of lightning rent the sky, sinking the ship and all aboard it. Adrian woke up in the middle of the sea alone, at least that's what he thought until days later, a dry voice echoed through his head. The self-same voice of the Asmer he previously encountered. Drake made his slow way back to port, where he and Ariel now share the same body, though not, perhaps, the same goals.
I do not recall when exactly I became what we are today, but here be what I will share. Little John Jack grew up in the slums of Smiva, me mama telling me the stories of Kleck, the devourer of the treasonous, he who swallows the liars and cheats. Never understood why nobody heeded the warnings. We couldn't even trust our leaders, those meant to protect us. Instead, the Baron took me mother from me. I found a new home in the old elf tree, and found a new family all my own. Then he took that away too. I escaped the town with nothing but my clothes and a few friends. And me brother in all but blood, I would have followed him to the ends of the world. And I did. And we were free. That the world took that from me too. Han, my brother, he sold me out for wealth and power. Under the thumb of the Baron of Bimbolo, the very man who took everything from me, I found if you take enough from a man, you make a monster. With nothing of the little boy in me left, the fish from my mama's stories spoke to me. I thought it a mere illusion, but it delivered us to new friends and freedom. I know it take more than fables to fix the wrongs of the world. It be taken more than the blood, sweat, and tears that has already been taken. It be taken something more. With me crew, we be feeding the fishes.
Kid Roo grew up in a rowdy family. As the eldest of 5 children, he always hoped to keep an eye on his siblings. It wasn't easy growing up in the harsh cold of Satpia, but he was happy. Playing with siblings, ice fishing with his mom, and hearing stories of Satpia's heroics and grandeur from his father. Kid and his brothers, namely Kaivin and Kalir, loved these stories, and grew up wishing to join the military themselves one day. And when Kid was only 19 years old, that opportunity would come right to his village. Kid spent the following years of his life proving his bravery and his skill, and rising up the ranks of Satpia. But in doing so, he saw the nation for what it truly was, and began to doubt the actions he'd taken under a banner he once thought was great. It wasn't until the age of 42, 23 years later, that Kid met Jesse, a young Aarakocran boy he met in a village he was sent to enlist from. A young boy that reminded him of himself. That was his final straw. Rather than setting Jesse down the path he walked himself, he took the boy and they fled into the wastes. They wandered through a barren environment, hungry, thirsty, and left with nothing but time to think about the years wasted and the people he took advantage of. That the country he grew up idolizing and serving was corrupt. Kid Roo was ready to give up on himself, but he was driven by a responsibility to Jesse, to get him to safety. Crossing the waste, the two stumbled into the city of Zukamel, where they were discovered and rescued by the priests of the Albetic Temple. The priests were very welcoming and provided both shelter and care to Kid and Jesse. While the pair recovered, they were introduced by the priest to the Lambent Three, the moon deities, as well as their teachings. The serene grace of the Sapphire Queen, the strength wielded by the Copper Princess, and the willingness to change, championed by the Shattered Prince, which Kid resonated with strongest of all. After months of self-doubt, that message drove Kid to remake himself as a missionary, a wanderer, and a tool of this change, leading him into new lands, new struggles, and a new path to redeem Tupenia, as his gods and he seek to create.
Alright. Howdy, and welcome back to this week's episode of Tales of Tupenia. Last off, where the party left off, you guys had just entered the main section of Iypil proper. You guys had talked to the first set of guards on an exterior wall around this sort of, extended Hooverville. Jean-Jacques, having used his speaking prowess to be able to distract the guards from your new litany of magical weapons and items and things of that sort. Namely, very powerful magical artifacts that were either shiny or large or, things of that nature. Your bird person friend who is fully dressed in religious attire that is not from this group at all. Yeah.
Didn't think about it.
Yeah. I think your mic might still be muted there, Manny. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just letting you know. Okay.
I was letting you go. I was rummaging to find my D100.
You good?
He
Okay.
got it.
So, he found it. There we go.
Now.
Yeah, so you guys had made your
It's
way
like
into
was
town.
like a D60.
Yes. And you guys had
weird one.
started looking for Jean-Jacques' previous contact in town here. He was looking for the contact Lacriel, who was a merchant in the higher class area of town proper. And instead, we found that the man named Smythewell had taken over that shop. You guys now make your way towards that area of town. As you walked through the haphazard collections of bedraggled townhouses in this Hooverville, low, darkened stone buildings interspersed between them, their sides caked with years of dirt and soot, taking the deception of a group of merchants trying to fill up on your wares, you now manage to find your way relatively unharassed towards the wealthier area of town, the area where the more merchants and aristocrats find themselves. This area also guarded by another set of gates, this time heavy stone gates, patrolled actively on this segment of wall. There's sort of parapets that go around this area of town here. Guard towers every 1/10 of a mile or so. To the other side of the gates, you see these small pinnacles of crystalline light radiating a variety of purples and reds, a perverse point of beauty, contrasting the macabre sight of hanging skeletons off of these battlements. Small flashes of clothing, jewelry, some measures of wealth, some measures of the lack thereof, still visible on these decaying corpses. Are you going to attempt the same sort of deception to attempt to get through here? Jean-Jacques with the even I get boarded sometimes?
Well, we should probably,
Fix the sitch.
fix up our disguise situation a little bit.
Anyone want to make me invisible? That'll help.
Yeah, that would probably help. How many invises can we pull?
I mean, do we have a large enough tarp?
I think I said I can do
Cage is
4.
gone, that's right.
You do 4?
Cage.
Yeah, if I do a 5th level spell.
Ooh, well.
Okay, well we don't need that much. I think we need
Yeah.
maybe 2, just for our 2 exotically faithed party members.
Don't be rude. Name's Hector.
Call him Hector.
I'm not the one in fuck all plate. I got a little bit of an aquatic glow.
Yeah, a little.
I'm
You got
just-
highlight pieces, if you will.
Yeah, he's got hints at his nature. Was Kid Roos
I'll
walking
just
around
stuff
like,
mine in my pants.
I'm a paladin!
Bro, I'm
Woo!"
proud. Be proud of who you are.
Okay, we're gonna turn you invisible, bro.
I just don't want the war to start yet.
Yeah,
We
let's keep things a
We
little.
got plans and
down low.
goals.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
gonna make a
arguing.
mess of this place later.
So,
I say telepathically that last bit.
you're good. As you guys begin to approach this second set of stone parapets, yeah, similar sort of thing. The guards there, you notice.
Wait, no, there might be anti-magic.
Yeah. save resources when we can literally just hide a little
Yeah.
bit. Oh well.
Yeah.
My vanity can my god's vanity can survive it. I like button my shirt tighter and like
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
put like long sleeves. I mean, I
Like
thought I
a-
was already in like a full cover.
He's in a
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
You're in a full cover, but you have like the weapon on you was what
Yeah. Was the-
tipped him off last time,
Mhm.
and then for
Yeah.
Kid Roo, it's just
'Cause I can-
all of Kid Roo and being a bird.
I turn it into the smallest dagger to let itself
Yeah,
be,
and that was
and
how you-
fucking hide it in my leg.
Turn
Or,
it
like, on
into
my leg.
put it in your mouth.
All right. Yeah. So how do you
Turn
plan
it
on-
into fangs. Start biting people.
So
munch.
how do you guys
Okay.
plan on hiding Kid Roo here? Because there is you
could
are
use. Can I move a minor illusion?
you can set you can repetitively cast it. You need to
I could like swap out his face.
you need
I don't know.
you need to ping
wear it.
sleight of hands for it, but it could work.
Yeah, no, I think that's a little bit too much. Dude, you're a mercenary. You're a mercenary. You're just a merc.
No, I'm protecting you guys.
Yeah, we hired you.
Can I
We
just,
hired
like,
you.
I would be willing to stash my shield somewhere if I
Well,
can,
it-
and just not have
Stash.
It
The tower.
like-
shield.
I know, but like, can I put it like I don't know in the cloth of the roof or
roll-
something? What's this
yeah,
card?
You can tag roll an intelligence check here.
Oh, I'm not.
May I help him in figuring
Yes.
out a way to hide this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you may roll with advantage.
Oh, big.
I
A
assume.
16.
15?
16.
16, wonderful. Yeah,
difference maker.
you guys do actually manage. You can, you begin raising up the shield, and you can get away. You kind of slam some pegs in the top of the cart there to like hollow out some things for pegs to hold it upright, and then you lay a layer of cloth. Like you cut away the cloth, stash it up there, and then lay a layer of cloth over it to kind of false bottom, but the roof this shield. However, with a 16. As you guys are sitting there, you look up at Kid Roo and you appreciate the completion of your work. And Jean-Jacques, you have a moment of clarity where you sit there for a second and you're staring up and you see Kid Roo in your field of vision and you go, "Yeah, Aarakocras, not common on this peninsula whatsoever."
Oh no!
Not common on this peninsula. So the bigger situation that is hold up. How do we not get them to notice him?
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
thought that was my whole point of like it's a mercenary thing. So I got rid of my obviously religious giant shield.
Yeah.
Oh, and then pass yourself off as a mercenary. Sure, that would be feasible for sure.
Yeah, we could try that.
I don't think we have any other options besides completely changing what he looks like, and I don't think we can really.
I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that.
And for the same reason, I don't know. I know there's anti-magic fields in here. I just don't know where they begin. So making him invisible or changing his appearance is not it.
Not the play.
Time
yeah.
for a makeover.
It's not the play.
Right. So
Makeover.
makeover. Home makeover
Yeah, with that-
edition.
With that
no,
beak,
no,
I
no.
don't think so.
I'm gonna suggest something very strange.
Yeah.
Do I know of any orders or
Pause, Jim.
So do I know of any orders, religious, mercenary, or otherwise that veil their faces and they're mysterious and they wear masks or anything like that?
Yeah. Roll a
a history or something,
Let's
or-
hit it with a religion
or art.
or arcana.
Reli-
Religion.
They're Arcana.
Yeah.
They're both only +2.
Brutal.
6.
6.
Oh, what we could have had.
Can we
With-
cover his face and get away with it?
With a 6, yeah. You think about it for a second and you're like, I don't know, man. There definitely have to be priests of some sort that veil their faces, but like, you're like, you for a second you're just like, yeah. However, if asked about it, are you going to be able to tell them who he is? 100% no.
No. No.
It's a shot in the
No.
dark here. Which, I mean, that would just be deception. So, like, it would just still deal with your deception roll, right?
Yeah, but we'd be exchanging someone of a holy order or someone of a weird, obscure holy order of which I know nothing about.
Right.
So we're just playing him off as him. That
Thanks, man.
pretending he's someone else.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, it might be
Switch
honestly
switch
smarter to just go with it.
he's him.
Right.
Hey, if we're
he's the
saying I'm
guy.
a holy mercenary anyways, can I just have my shield then? Are we saying?
Yeah, I
we
mean,
want to lower the amount of attention.
Okay, that's fine.
That it
yeah, but a
garners.
mercenary
Yeah,
can
it
have a
is-
shield. What?
Yeah,
I
but
guess you
that's
can.
Giant
Could we put
tower
something
shield with
over
his
this?
holy symbol on it.
Could we hide the symbol somehow?
Yeah, we put it shield facing up.
Just tuck it into the
Instead
corner.
of shield
backwards.
facing down, of the symbol facing down, shield facing up, and then we can like put a cloth and like tuck it around it so it looks like a sagging like ceiling cover.
Sorry, what was that? You would rotate it?
Yeah, rotate so that instead of the shield, the face being
Yeah.
down, the face being up,
Right.
pinned up against the thing, and then I can get some cloth and then drape it over it and then tucked around the corners so it looks like there's like the thing is collapsing a little bit.
Yeah.
Now any search, they're gonna be like, oh, what's going on over here? Test, what
Right.
the heck? But that's my job to prevent from happening.
Right. Okay.
We'll see if I succeed or not.
Cool.
Splendid.
What's this over here?
Yeah.
What was that noise?
Yeah, I'm gonna. That was the plan. I'm gonna do something like that. We're gonna see if I can.
Okay. Wonderful. So you're gonna attempt to just pass off. Yeah, you guys approach these sort of not balustrades, not palisades.
Telepathically,
Yeah.
I trust nothing here. I trust nothing. Sorry, I'm gonna
Parapets.
start being paranoid.
Paranoid.
More than already. I'm gonna look at Hector, and I'm gonna telepathically reach out to Hector, be like, I want you to check in with me every 5 seconds.
What? Huh?
If you do not hear me, blink twice.
So you're
Okay.
so you're prepping. The...
I'm testing to see if there's an anti-magic zone.
Nothing so far. Nothing so far.
Yeah.
Nothing so far. And as they call halt, you notice that the gates begin to no, actually first there are a pair of guards outside the gates here that come up to approach you. Yeah, it's about yeah, so they nothing so far. Guards come up to just sort of some sort of speared. They've got these sort of red breastplates on the shield or on the upper armor here, and just sort of like what would be the equivalent? Just kind of like a dark black, not quite Vanta black, but like almost like a faded dark black, if that makes sense. Like dark Vanta black that's been outside for like a week and has started gathering dust, right? Like that kind of thing going on.
Okay.
What's the superior? Was it like Vanta 2? Like what was it called?
I don't know. I have no idea. But like and they just so they
It was
kind
like
of
the
approach
superior black that I remember someone else made.
you, spears in hand, shields as well, circular shields, and approach and just first guy goes, halt, where are you coming from?
We're coming from the outskirts. We were able to successfully sell our goods and help the Despotate live another day. We're here for resupply.
You don't return with any boons or benefits that you have gained in your travels? Nothing to declare?
Nothing to declare.
But a job well done.
There was the profits. We will be delivering that to customs as soon as we get inside. But I do say no products from the outskirts. Their production is surprisingly low. But you have news.
News.
Yes. There's been reports of skirmishes at the northern border, but they've seemingly stopped. I believe we're winning. Perhaps hearsay.
Indeed. The rebels have gone quiet.
Most likely dead.
Interesting information. I shall pass this along to my commander, and we shall
A
see
rumor,
whether we might.
perhaps, but
We will see whether we might be able to retake the. AJ needs to click on the name. The Ruined Gate. I appreciate the information. He goes,
Be good
from where
connection.
from where have you come, and where does this information hail?
just west of, I don't know why, Stille and
Yeah, and
the other
Smevach
one.
get all messed up.
And Smeva, I don't know what it is about them, but they're
Yeah.
just totally interchangeable in my head. We came from Stille, correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
East of Stille.
East. Wonderful. He goes, appreciated. Your compatriots here, he kind of gestures with his spear, gestures outwards. He gestures briefly at this one. He's gesturing at Kidru. He goes,
It's like, yes, hired mercenary.
indeed, from out of
Yes,
our lands.
we picked him up. Yes, we picked him up on the eastern coast. An exile from some land to the north.
And he is not a spy. There's been no information gained from this. Who authorized him? Who checked in?
I
the guy's
received papers for him from the Baron in the east.
He's gonna roll an insight check here. You can roll your deception.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh dear.
I'm not a spy.
23.
Succeeds. Close, but succeeds. He rolled a 21. So he takes a look and he goes, from Baron Bahan in Stille.
No, further from the east, from the coast. We left Iypil. We headed out to the east, towards the coast. Then we went across, selling supplies. A little bit of a harrowing journey, but hence why we have an entirely empty cart and pockets full of terrors for you. And then we did reach Stille, but then hearing the news, we're like, oh, we ought to bring this back, and so we headed south, here to Iypil. Also, we ran out of goods. The last of them being purchased at Stille.
He appears to have lost track of your sentence a little bit, your deception having proved relatively high, but the thing that he latches onto for a second is, you would know that Stille is the furthest east town here. There are no coastal cities on this side of the despotate. Yeah, it's empty, ruined land between Stille and, yeah.
What?
Yeah, they are.
The country is gone?
It's basically, you are kind of towards the eastern coast, right? And so most of the towns are.
We are?
Sorry, my bad. No.
Western.
AJ has ruined this. Yes, if you came from east, yes. There's a lot of,
We picked him up.
yes,
We picked
East
him up
Coast,
from the
he
east,
said.
and we went across the despotate,
Okay,
selling goods to each of the towns until we reached Stille, where we ran
Cool.
out.
Cool.
He
He goes. Yeah. So he goes.
Poor western town. We didn't get to it. Oh well. And then we went south.
Yeah, you're good. So he, at that he goes.
I tried to pick the direction he would most likely not know about.
Yeah. So he responds and he goes, interesting, from the city of Methos. We'll have to have a word about with the Baron about handing out papers unaccounted for. Very well. Good information.
Understandable.
Oh,
He's been with us for a few weeks now.
But he seems to take your deception here.
Still selling goods.
So he gestures at the rest of the party and he goes, "Very well. So nothing to declare, nothing to and they're just gonna go down the line and just do like a quick pat down, like basically. Same.
I would like to.
The same thing that even I get boarded sometimes.
Yes, I would like to use the even I get boarded sometimes.
Cool. All right. Wonderful. So they're just gonna
and then once they're done checking me, of course I volunteer first. So that is a 17 plus 13. That is a 30.
Ooh. Wonderful. Let's check insight. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's.
Ooh.
Yeah. How do I rule this? Yeah. What was the number on the die there?
17.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've chosen before to honor the.
Has he checked me?
He has. No, he's just going down the line. He's checking Kid Roo. Kid Roo obviously has nothing on him. He's going down. He's checking Hector.
Okay, because I was planning on if their eyes are off of me.
Yeah.
I want to let me find my age. What is it? Minor illusion. Minor illusion. By the way, I glance over at Hector.
Yeah.
And is he still like giving me like a?
You can still hear him in your head whenever messages have been going back and forth.
Okay. Let's see.
At this point.
They're just like, whoa, that was a close one.
Systematic material.
Yeah, they're currently patting down Hector, and they kind of are starting to pat down around his waist, and are going to start patting down.
I start like brushing the hem of my clothing.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna make a minor illusion of a sound of a scuffle of a fleeing thief in like a distant stand, like thief, heading for the gate, heading for the gate.
Is that minor illusion? Give me one moment.
Minor illusion, illusion cantrip. Create a sound or an image of an object within range 30 feet away, like it's echoing down the.
Okay.
So it comes from 30 feet away, but I give it the trait of being from far away.
Yeah. Let me verify. Yeah, a sound of an object within range. Okay. So you're tagging it with like a scuffle that's happening. So I will give that to them to roll at disadvantage here.
Okay.
Which is not the natural 20 that he had rolled originally.
Phew.
And does as he is going to pat down Hector, loses track of his, here's the sound of the scuffle, loses track of his patting for just a second and manages to pat completely around the dagger as he continues patting down there. Also manages to, as they are patting around, uprush, miss the gloves as well. All right. And at that, they kind of just wave you through again. And these, they go, very well. Go about your business. Do not cause havoc, and be out of here as soon as your business is completed.
Understood.
Jay, the gesture at the gates. Open the gates.
Should we be concerned?
At the sound of the scuffle that you just. He looks over at it for a distance, and he goes, if it's not approaching the gate, it's not as much my concern. And he he gestures out at the rest of the city, and he goes, these degenerates out in the city proper have made havoc and mayhem more than its share.
Perhaps it should be referred to as the city improper.
Very well. And so he gestures along that you guys begin to go through the
blessings.
gates.
I give him a pat.
As you enter within 5 feet of the gate, you are no longer able to cast message in this moment.
Oh.
Thankfully, the scanning happens a little bit further away. They don't want you approaching the gate proper, but as you enter within 5 feet, your message goes out. And you guys can feel that some of your magics that you generally
can I
have
telepathically even like reach out to him?
Can't touch.
Like not even like
can't
a
touch telepathically
touch his
right now
mind.
either.
Ooh.
Nope. And
That is
notably, any of the
tragic.
magical effects that are like on you in this moment, you're just kind of,
they're gone.
yeah. So
Does that stand also for how my abilities work, or no?
anti-magic fields are
Jack feels
kind of,
suddenly very alone.
yeah, anti-magic fields are kind of like no magic at them, like in this moment.
Right.
You do as you pass beyond another 10 feet further, the magic field dissipates.
Can I do a quick look around to see where am I centered from?
You're what?
Can I do like a quick just looking around to see where I came from?
I'm not understanding what you're asking.
What?
You just want to look back out the gate?
Like, so I imagine the anti-field is like centered around
Where it came from.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
right,
where-
yeah.
Oh, like
I want to see where
to
my
try and
came from.
locate a Yeah. Feel free to roll a check here.
I'm gonna try and get the location.
So you said once we got 10 feet inside,
Yes, inside the
the feeling
gate.
went away.
Yep.
Guessing investigation check.
Yes.
21.
21. Wonderful. Or no, sorry, it would be perception. My bad. So I think that'd be
Perception.
higher. Yeah, is that higher?
Investigation.
Should be 23.
23. Yeah. So with perception
Goes up.
that was what I thought. So 23. You take a look around and no, it's really hard to tell. Like, it seems like they're like, with that you're able to pick up, okay, the fact that it started at a distance and ended at a distance means that it is centralized somehow here. And you kind of like just take a look around and you don't see any on the walls. You don't happen to see any casters on the walls. These all seem to be martial guards here at the moment. So whatever this enchantment is, I mean, it would seem to be that it doesn't, like, that it goes along the length of the wall somehow. Aside from that, you can't tell a lot more.
Alright.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, it's localized, it's centralized, seems to go along the wall, but aside from that, like, what's causing it, where is it being cast from, it's hard to get a picture. Yeah. Alright, wonderful. You guys are, you're going to make your way to the same place that you had visited before, to Lacriel's shop there, Jean-Jacques, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Lacriel does live in this sort of outer section. You notice that mainly, like, these pinnacles of this gemstone towers all seem to become more common as you get in innermost to the innermost area of Iypil proper. Like, they are, surrounding this black obsidian spire that the despot lives in. Yeah. Lacriel is relatively close to the exterior of this inner sanctum of Iypil. So you continue along, and you notice that the streets here, more specifically, are whereas before, like, the outer streets have all been kind of worn away with the years and years of, wear and tear, and other destruction, hooves, many merchants, all that sort of thing. It seems like the roads here have relatively common upkeep. But they come through and they replace these stones relatively frequently. There is this pathway of sort of a darkened gray stones that have been set in here, and come through and replace it relatively frequently. Hold on, pause chat. Must make sure that the music stays playing. Everyone Everyone loves tech. Okay, so yeah, and you make your way. It's no more than about a what the fuck is that? It's no more than about maybe a 15-20 minute walk here to you see a smaller sort of building here. The sort of rays from these towers shining in the sunlight that begin to reflect and refract off of these lower buildings, casting this sense of multiple sort of physical lights. You know, like when you're in like a pulsing sort of RGB room and like you can start to get a little nauseous after too much time because there's just this weird sense of lots of different colors of light hitting everything from lots of different angles. That's what these like reflective and refractive sort of towers here cause these sort of buildings to this sort of effect to be around them. So you come up to this low sort of stone building here, and you see that it says on the thing Smythewell's Goods, doing business since, and it lists the date about when Lacriel seems to have retired based on that conversation with that guard.
Mm-hmm. All right. Before I pop in, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts. Yeah, I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on the way in.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. Roll a sleight of hand check. And you notice, by the way, as you are like walking along here, it's not so currently, you're not like currently under active perception, but there are guards, there are carts, there are nobles just walking about their day, all dressed in these sort of longer robes of lighter colors that appear to have been done for the sort of extenuous sort of sun. All light colors, light, like not a lot of clothing on.
New disguise acquired. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, so they all kind of make their way about. You notice that there is an air of perhaps not geniality, but an air of a little bit lower concern than everywhere else that you have been, right? More of a sense of like everyone going about their day to day. There is still an like a low-lying sort of sense of fear, but it's that sense of like, if we fuck up, what happens? You know what I mean? Like watching their steps, watching their words measured in conversation around you. Roll your roll your sleight of hand.
Tyranny, nonetheless. Yeah.
Exactly. Roll your sleight of hand.
It was a sleight of hand of 18.
18. Okay, so let's just see. General passive perception. Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing here that like jumps out at you. No one that appears to call you out or catch your attempt. So you enter into Smythewell's shop here, and you see standing behind the counter a sort of tall, burly human merchant. Kind of like the dad from like Brave, right? Like huge hands handling, and you see him handling in this shop like a bunch of little tiny, like he's going through and like currently like fixing things, right? Little tiny things in these giant hands that he could very clearly just snap if he wanted to. Kind of looks up and goes, "Well met." Looks at you with kind of a sense of like, just like, what's up?
We're some merchants trying to resupply, looking around at different vendors to see what things may help the outer towns.
Indeed.
Do my detect thoughts pick up anything?
Oh, with the helping the outer towns. What does he get to? You aren't like. You get surface thoughts unless you push, right? And then he rolls.
Yeah, you just get surface ideas, whatever is like he's thinking about at the moment, emotions. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So it just kind of surface thoughts. He's kind of like, kind of like pings just like intrigue, curiosity, a little bit of hesitation, just with like guardedness against this sort of new person presenting themselves to him. And so you said you're helping the outlying towns. Little bit of, he like keys onto that for a second, just like, very well, is there anything that I can help you with in terms of selling? He kind of gestures around him. Merchant, the stuff.
Yeah,
here
what kind of
that-
stuff's around there?
Yeah, the stuff here that he seems to be selling, it appears to just be a sort of like a. What would be a good way to describe it? It's like. It's kind of like the Target home and goods section with a little bit in the way of like like curiosities and like
little quality of life, and every once in a while something
right, and then there's and a little bit of like foods and things like that, but it's generally the sort of like
Target home goods and beyond.
Yeah, well, not even quite. It's kind of the. It's like only like snacks or like weird foods or things of that sort. Like it's more like supplementary. It's not like major diet. It's like he is clearly selling stuff.
Is this a gas station store?
Kind of. It's kind of you're
it's like the food section in Home Goods.
Yeah, it's like
bunch of random shit.
Yeah, high
it's
profile.
the random. It's like, oh, there's pasta, I guess.
High profile Buc-ee's, so to speak. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Is that what the last guy saw?
No. He appears to.
Yeah.
Have,
So he really overhauled this place.
Yeah. So it's not really the same shit at all.
So this is probably not. This guy's probably not a successor. Yeah, this is not a successor to the last guy.
Yeah, it seems like so. So anyway, he kind of like gestures around, and he goes, I mean, my, furniture, things of home furnishings, quality of life sort of benefits. He kind of gestures at some chairs, some interesting hand carved tables, some things of that. Like he goes, I mean, if you're looking to spice up your life, things of this sort would always go a long way. But, and you can feel just general, like, surface thoughts. Like, there's kind of, like, now there's a moment of, like, hesitation that passes through his mind. And he's like, but the outlying communities wouldn't very well be able to hold on to most of this if what I've heard is true.
No, of course, no. I mean specifically that of the barons and the enforcers. They're usually much more high profile clientele. What kind of ideas do I get out of that? Did he go or is he good clientele? This makes sense.
Yeah, hit me with a deception check here just for a second with like sentence
for which way I'm I'm turning it
for the spin.
24
for the spin. Insight does not succeed. Takes a look at you and just pings off the top of his head for the barons. There's also you pinged as he was talking about people being able to afford stuff in like outside of there, like a sense of not like distaste, like it's not like a person that very clearly hates the homeless or like anything like that, but just like a they won't be able to afford anything. Like what?
Yeah, like realistically,
what's going on
it's
here?
true.
Yeah, and then you mentioned the barons, and he's kind of like not like ooh, like this is great, but like there's like a sense of like, oh, I can turn a profit there for sure. That like kind of like pings through there.
Okay, so he seems to be
straight-laced merchant, and as far as you can tell,
as straight-laced as the Rooney's merchant could be in this city.
Yeah. So he kind of like looks at him.
I'm gonna ask you an interesting question.
DM or guy?
The guy.
Or Smithwell. Yeah. Okay. So Smithwell kind of looks.
I'm gonna ask you an interesting question. You seem a good man, a good merchant. Those are hard to come by. What in this store doesn't quite sell well?
Roll persuasion for a second there, just like the compliment. The do compliments get you somewhere with this guy.
29.
It does, and you notice the honest man, and you can pick up in his head. Yeah, you're like, oh, the compliment kind of gave him a little bit of a. He keyed into the compliment. And the honest man, where does
remember that?
Smith will remember that. So you mentioned,
This is how I find my contacts, my guys.
Yeah. So you mentioned the what'd you say? The anything here that doesn't sell as well.
Anything that doesn't sell well. What doesn't rotate quickly? What just holds up shelf space for you?
He kind of looks over at like he does look at a few of the food items where he's like, you know, pickled alligator eyes or like stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like it's like, oh, this is like it's like you've gone to the dude who happens to sell frog legs because he's like, people are gonna jump at a chance to, you know, to buy the curiosity that is frog legs, right? And like 100%, yeah. So like he like looks over at like the pickled alligator eyes. He's like, well, some of my food choices here have been a bit bizarre. I mean, he gestures over at let's see, what's another thing that people don't often buy. He gestures at like he's got some stuff there that's very clearly like replacement doors and shit that he's crafted, and he's like, nobody ever needs to buy additional doors. You know, like,
the only thing that people won't steal. One of the few things people won't steal in the outer towns.
Yeah.
Need to buy doors. That's the occasional random door.
Yeah, you know, there's a random guy who's like, oh man, my door got smashed by my daughter, but then like everyone else is like,
all right.
I've already got doors. Like, why would I need to buy more doors?
How much? Okay, so how much would a jar of the eyes, 2 of the legs, and 1 of the doors cost?
Yeah, he kind of looks. Let's see. He's like jar of pickled alligator eyes. That will run you about.
And how many bets do you have running on whether or not those would sell?
he goes. Well, to tell you the truth, I've actually got about 20 gold on with my merchant.
The eyeballs?
Yeah, with my merchant friend across the. He like gestures over to across the street. There appears to be another sort of this one that you look out the door very briefly, and this one appears to be a bookstore that's across the way, selling appears to be like a an interest and erotic novel shop that's across the way. Yeah, I mean, noble people get the opportunity to, you know, spend time doing what they things of that sort. So he kind of like he goes, I've actually got a bet of about 20 gold with my friend across the way. It's 3 gold for the alligator eyes. It's a gold apiece for a leg. For the jar, and he gestures over at the door, and it's 20 gold for a door, but I'm not entirely certain what you would do with the door.
Or am I? You're looking over at him like, what are you what?
I want to check the door and see like is it like, does it look nice? Is it something that I can pawn off?
It's well made. This is well made. This is like a
because for 20 gold, like that is like 20 times the amount of gold a peasant will see in a year.
Yeah, I believe walnut is not particularly is the particularly heavy one. I think cherry is around a mid-sized, if I recall correctly.
Cherry's mid-sized. Yeah. It's very nice color too.
He's like it's like a cherry wood. No, actually,
cherry wood door in Iypil.
Hold up, time. It is not cherry. It does strike you with this sort of like off cherry color. Roll a history check here.
14.
14. You recognize this type of wood. This is actually made of hearthwood, which is the same type of tree that from Tillydale and Mama Toomba's.
The big one.
Mama Toomba's. Yep. He goes. This is made of hearthwood. Yes. And he goes. And hearthwood, to be honest.
Hearthwood. Yeah, hearthwood.
Hearthwood sells. Or hearthwood. It carries a sort of people like to say that it carries a sort of almost like protective benefit over a home. Some nobles will scoff at that, but hearthwood, it's done well for me, so jumped whenever I got a chance to work with it.
What's the exchange rate between electrum and gold? It was 5. Okay, it was 5 to 1, right?
Yeah.
I think it was 5 to 1. It was the weird one. It was the annoying one.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, damn, why did they give you guys Electrum?
I don't know, I have 90 of it.
God damn it. Maybe it was 10s. It would make sense to be a thing that they use in 10s. 10s
quite a while ago, so it's probably 10.
Yeah, they merchant change like everything over there. They take any sort of currency that is worth anything.
Is like 10, right?
Yeah.
Gotta get those funds.
It's like 2 electrum pieces, 1 gold piece.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
so
it's
2 to
2
1.
is 1?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
So
Yeah, so they're half of a gold basically.
Yeah.
half of a gold piece. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will give so I guess then it would be, so if I want to give him 20 gold, it would be 40 electrum.
40 electrum, yes.
Yeah,
Cool.
because it's just 2 to... Okay. So yeah, I'm going to pay... yeah. It's like,
Pay him in electrum?
Yeah.
He kind of takes...
I'm taking this door.
Wonderful. He gestures
I
over
was
at the...
planning on selling, like, or maybe like turning around and selling and using it as an excuse to get in somewhere else, but no, this is going on the front of my house one day.
Oh, you're saying that aloud, or you're just... Or he's just thinking...
No, I'm saying this to you, AJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So he gestures over with his sort of, it appears that, you notice that what he had been working with, he's kind of messing with a little tiny knife where he's just carving, like, some little figurines, like tabletop sort of figurines. Not like tabletop, but like for a tabletop. He gestures over with this like small like whittling knife that he's using at the. He goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna
the
go
eyes,
and pay him 1 of the eyes and 2 cans of the frog legs. I'm gonna go ahead and pay your friend a visit just to prove that I.
He goes. It's only 2 gold for the jar. It's not a large jar. It's about like a small. It's pickle sized. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, the pickling jar. Yeah, pickling. So the pickling jar is 2 gold.
Yeah, he goes. It's only 2 gold for the jar.
Okay, and then the frog legs.
Yeah, or 1
mean,
piece
that's
for a
good.
frog leg. Yes.
A piece.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's wildly
he
overpriced.
which he just as you kind of like.
I'm gonna shake it and see if there's like any like spices in there.
Yeah.
And
and
I'll ask him about that if I see any.
yeah, there's some spices in there.
Just
as well.
to help him sell his own product.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what kind of marinades are these, or brine? What's in the brine?
He goes, actually, he goes, generally I've just been working a lot with, I keep, any time that I get stuff through from the hearthwood, I keep that here. I use a little bit of the fruit in this as well, along with some ginger and some nutmeg. And
I'm sorry, you have access to a hearthwood?
I have access to, unfortunately, supplies that come through from them are rare. We've, and you begin to ping for once.
Like, oh, wait a second. Does he know what's hearthwood?
The distaste for the Empire is pinged for the first second, where you begin to feel a hint of, like, anger in him. Where he's like, you hear him mention, he goes, there hasn't been hearthwood around here in a long time, so whenever we happen to get some...
why I caught my interest.
Indeed. He looks and he goes, where are you? I haven't introduced myself. And he reaches out his hand and he goes, Smythewell on the door. And he goes to shake your hand. This big mitt of a hand kind of clasping.
Yeah.
Reaches out for a handshake.
Yeah. We're all named the freak name.
Jackson. Wonderful.
Jackson.
He goes, where do you hail from? I mean, noticing a, I tell you, it's a rare person that happens to appreciate a fine hearthwood door.
Came from Stille. Well, when I was a kid, I was in Stille.
Interesting.
I grew up with my father, who was a merchant. I followed in his craft, so I haven't been home in some time.
He looks at you, and you notice his interest peaks for a second, where he looks at you and he gestures with the knife, and he goes, and you must be what? Upper 30s, 40?
Ah! You flatter me! I am in the old narc appearance.
Did we? Hold on.
Yeah, I'm in the. I have the facade of the old guy.
Okay, so, all right.
Yeah, I'm
right.
worried,
I think we. Well, no. That would have dropped unless you pinged it again. That would have dropped when you went through the magic.
Oh right,
anti-magic
yeah,
zone.
I would have known about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have known. Okay, give me a second.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Which
Forgot about that.
Which it didn't seem like the guards keyed in on him.
I mean, would they really know what he looks like anyways? Been a while.
Yeah. That is the question really for the rest of y'all, is how well do people know Jean-Jacques? How common of a figure is Jean-Jacques really?
How many people are around who
Okay,
are
so
still
yeah,
alive to remember Jean-Jacques?
Forget about that.
Yeah. Which they didn't seem to. Now, if you were
They-
attempting to disguise yourself, it would have dropped when you entered.
Yeah, it would have dropped when I entered.
Which
But I
which
knew,
would
I
make
knew there was a field. But here's the thing: I knew there was a field.
Yeah, so
I knew there was a field. I just forgot about it.
Yeah, my
myself.
understanding was that we weren't running like that. It wasn't on, so that they didn't.
Yeah,
They didn't seem to
it's not on.
recognize.
No, it's not on. I would. That's the one that I pick up. But yeah, I would have.
Right. So
Yeah,
as,
I don't have it.
So as he's here, it doesn't.
Shoot! I'm here with my face.
It doesn't seem that he. So the peeking, he it appears he
Yeah,
just
yeah.
goes. You're what? Upper 30s, 40?
The despotate ages us all, doesn't it?
Indeed. And
33.
with a natural.
Actually,
20,
I'm at 33.
I think so.
I'm gonna tell him. I'm 34.
34. Yeah. So with
34,
that, with a natural 20 on insight here, he just goes for a second and he goes, "So you would have been around when the last Hearthwood tree, when they tore it out of Stele."
I'm just gonna side eye Jean-Jacques.
I barely remember it. It's like
You ping.
it's like a piece of my childhood of what Iptharoon could be.
You ping the same wistfulness in his head.
Yep.
With the like, he just goes. Yeah, things haven't. He trails off, doesn't speak, but you get the sense of things haven't been what they used to be.
I just give him a knowing nod. Yeah, I understand. And I go back to the door and I kind of just like rub my hand along the edge of the door.
He goes. It seems like he has like you have formed a connection with this shopkeep, with Smithwell. And he kind of like looks. So he goes and he you notice that he kind of like he sighs, withdraws into himself for like a moment, clearly lost in thought and reverie of some sort. Kind of shakes himself out of it and goes, "Very well." Puts on this jovial air again, and he goes, "Very well. So the frog legs.
So
it's
four gold.
4 gold on
Total?
top of the 20. Yes.
4 gold on the 20.
And he
okay,
mentions at hazard, and he goes, and honestly, from when you were, if the last time you were here was when you were a kid, frogs have become a lot less common as well. With some of these, with some of these areas of water drying up, it's really only along the rivers and the floodplains nowadays. There's not so much any in the towns proper anymore.
Trees are drying up. Ponds are drying up. If
Indeed.
things keep this way, soon the people will be drying up.
I heard frog leg tastes like chicken. Is that true?
Of course it is.
Or is it
He goes, yeah. He goes, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's got a little bit more of a rubbery texture, but yeah.
Yes. He goes, indeed. Although chicken, haven't had chicken in a hot minute myself either. I mean, it's not like it's uncommon for the nobles. Family doesn't seem to enjoy it particularly much. I usually get them some sort of, a dried pork or something of that sort.
I'm a pork guy myself, funny enough.
Indeed, a man of culture. So he begins to he like reaches out and he's like, do you need any help? He walks over and like the door dwarfs Jean-Jacques. Oh, okay. So he looks over at the party. He goes, oh, we had a larger group here than I had originally cottoned on to. He looks at and like he kind of just.
You think a tiny merchant like me is out here lifting goods all by myself?
No, I thought not.
He couldn't if he wanted to.
Do you really?
And he looks at Drake and he just goes, big. He goes, big guy.
Yeah, we call him Captain.
Oh, wonderful. And he looks around and he starts and notices the bird and he goes, an Aarakocran. Haven't seen one of your kind around here very often.
I was just thinking the same thing. I was talking about that with the guard. When was the last time you saw one?
Oh, He goes, well, there was a contingent down from Satpia a number of years ago. Would have been about, probably 4 or 5 years ago at this point, and they happened to be tracking, they were tracking one of their escaped prisoners.
Well, that's where they're from. I'm milking this guy for information. This is great. All right.
Could have asked me.
Hey,
I would have told you.
You got a chatty merchant, you know?
True. Yeah, true.
You have a chatty merchant.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go visit your friend with your jar in hand.
Indeed. He goes, so how long are you folks in for? Do you happen to have anywhere that you've set up for your evenings yet? I can recommend.
We have not.
Indeed. Okay. I can recommend an inn up the way. It is you are it is a little bit more expensive being in the, protected part of towns, and
Of course, but it's worth it.
you still want to keep an eye out. There are he begins to roll me a persuasion check here, just for like best grin, because this is when he's starting to like, okay, how much should I be telling this guy? Like, really?
Yeah. 23.
23. Yeah. Easy. So you like best grin as you sort of and you can feel, the sort of guardedness in his head that begins to come back on, just soften for a second, and he just goes, there are still spies and thieves guilds of that sort that appear to operate here, so be very careful
the
with
thieves
your
guilds are going to be where the money is.
be careful with your money, be careful with your words. But it's a good place
Understood,
aside
sir.
from that. So,
Yeah. Beautiful or not, I don't know how many people are going to be going through the effort of stealing a door.
And he goes, yes, you'll be looking for the the Owlbear's Talon up the way.
Owlbear's Talon. I like that. I like that name.
Wonderful. Alright, so let's tag it with a,
Owlbear's Talon.
Wonderful. And he kind of looks and goes, very well, 24 gold, I appreciate your business, and he looks at your door again, and just kind of as you're about to take it, he just like stops and like pats it fondly and just goes, and I appreciate your memory of the better times. May
Not yours.
May the future look more kindly on us, huh?
You mentioned fruit. Have you ever tried to plant one?
No, I'm not entirely certain whether it would grow here, and I didn't want to, I respect it too much. I respect it. Well, you ping, as he begins to say, I respect it too much. There's a degree of, like, I don't want it to fail. I don't want to ruin the fruit, potentially, by attempting to plant in this soil. Like, there's a degree of, like, is this worth it? Is it respectful? Is it, complicated feelings about this kind of thing? Which as anyone that's here, you can make you can make a history check on or religion on this.
Oh, okay.
I'm here.
I guess
I'll do it.
I got a half decent roll for once of a 17.
Wow.
17.
Yeah, because that seems like a reverence to it.
Yeah.
More so than just fond memories.
That's the 12 for me.
A 22 religion.
22 with religion. Wonderful.
30-20 religion.
Cool. So with a 17, I'm going to start with the lowest here first. With the 17 or 12, you don't gain a lot of information. You're like, Uprush, you're like, he mentions this and you're like, huh. Well, I barely know what Hearthwords are anyways. You know what I mean? Like, being from a different place. So you're like, huh. Interesting information. With a 17,
That shit is tropical.
was that history or religion, Jean-Jacques?
They're the same for me, but I was going specifically for religion because I did notice the reverence there.
Wonderful. So there is.
I technically lived in the history of it.
Yeah, you know that there is. You know that Mama Tumba always said that there was something important about these trees, that these had been, there's a reason why they grew to such heights, that they had been, gifted to humanity and the races of Tupenia, to the races of Balestone, is what she said more specifically. Drake with a 20, that was a religion or a history?
Religion.
Or for RAL. Yeah, so with a 20 and a 22, you guys think about it a little more and you go, hold on, there was some sort of creation myth for these things, that there was, like, that there was actually supposed to be some sort of planting by the gods. You know that, like, specific gods, maybe? You don't remember which ones with a 22 and a 20 and a 20, but you know that it was told that specific gods had granted these. And you know, you always kind of, Kid Roo, you believed it a little bit more, so RAL, you kind of just attributed it to, well, you know, the races of this world like to give things meaning, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, to you it's, oh, well, maybe he's just treating this with more reverence. Kid Roo, you're kind of like, oh, this guy knows what's up. Like, this is someone that somehow knows a little bit. The old stories have been passed down to him.
Oh my.
Yeah. And with a 22 and being, like, storied in religion here, you there's something about the fruit makes you think about the beast of feast and famine. The concept of bounty, maybe something extra to give to the peoples of this world, plays in your head a little bit.
I don't know if that's something that I should ask about, though.
No. Well, yeah, but that's just information that you gain.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah. Okay. So, with that, yeah, you guys, he waves and he goes, enjoy, and keep safe. And you exit.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Seems like a friendly fellow.
About as much as can be hoped for here, and especially with particularly great rolls, I think. It is hard to beat a deception or an insight or a persuasion from a college of whispers man. Or college of eloquence.
Eloquence. Eloquence. Yeah, that's where the ability comes from.
Yeah.
It's nutty.
Wonderful. Yeah. So you guys are going to attempt to make your way up towards the Owlbear's Talon.
Yeah. I check in with Uprush. It's like, does that sound good?
Yeah, it works for me. I mean, we don't know where else to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
You make your way up the street to a low sitting sort of it's a sort of
Also, can I get a spelling for that guy's name?
Oh yes, spelled SMYTHEWELL.
Smithwell. Okay.
Yep. Just there's an E, so like for Smythe.
Smythewell. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
And what was I just saying? Oh, was the stone, Borden.
Okay.
Yeah, it appears to be like some sort of igneous rock that has been like shaped, shaped and sculpted into these like large sort of bricks, shaped by magic perhaps. So you see about a one-story sort of tavern just with or 2 stories probably. It doesn't appear very wide, so it doesn't appear like there's a ridiculous expanse of rooms, but it's not. Nothing in this area of town is particularly noisy, although you do hear the sounds of fights and things going on from beyond the stone wall. About you've come in maybe it was about a 10-minute walk, so about a mile to Smythewell's up the way, maybe a little bit less than that. But you can still hear the sounds of echoing in the distance, sort of, every so often you'll hear a cry of a buzzard or something of that sort, birds of carrion that are overhead, and you'll hear the sound of a scream that, same sort of desperation as the cries of the buzzards that echo. You find yourself at the Owlbear's Talon, and you enter. It is a small, about 2 stories. You know, this igneous rock shaped. And the bartender behind the bar is a genasi person, a fire genasi, the first one that you've seen actually since you ran into your friend back in Tens, the blacksmith, Hieronymo. Yeah. So it is kind of just sitting there, clad in these sorts of. They've got kind of this like vest, no sleeve vest going on here, and appears to be treated somehow to the burning that their body sort of gives off as they move around. They kind of look over. It's this girl with like kind of like a side shave sort of like swoopy thing going on, and she looks over and she just goes, "Hi, welcome to the Owlbear's Talon, my lords. How may I serve you this day?" She does not do the voice is a little bit higher pitched, more like a "How may I serve you this day?" Not so much the exact same voice as Smilewell that I was just was stuck in the previous NPC maybe a little bit.
Just a little.
Just the how may I serve you this day, my lords? And you notice that there are about probably. So sorry, time out.
Yeah.
As you enter, so let me take stock of a few things.
Inside,
As you enter, first off, you notice that there are a number of kind of low black leather bar what are they called? Like
bar stools?
Booths. Well, like booths, like circular.
Okay,
you know, like those like corner booths. There's a number of those that happen to be segmented along the way here. And the all of the bar stool leather does appear to have been like tanned or something, so that it is a significantly like a harder sort of leather than general. Also, as you enter, what are you doing with your cart? This is important information off the bat.
My coat, right? Because I would like to. I could technically do this because it's at will.
Yeah.
I would like to disguise my form underneath my coat.
Okay.
Because I can at will, so it just before I take it off, I make myself look like I'm just wearing normal clothes. There's no weapons.
Right.
And then I will put the. Is it like a coat rack or something?
No. Sorry, cart. The cart.
Oh, cart.
Oh, the cart we arrived in.
Did I say
Oh.
the cart?
I thought you said coat too.
Oh, my bad. No.
Yeah. Is there like a stables, like somewhere we could drop this thing off?
There is. You do see that there is sort of a alleyway, but it has like a gate that's like barred here.
Yeah. Because of course, if you park your stuff there, then you want it. Yeah. I mean, a few of us could stay with the cart while the other one goes to get the room, and then ask if they have accommodations for the cart.
Yeah. So just off the bat, I'm trying to get a tally of how many people enter and how many people and which people stay outside. This is relevant for me.
Yeah.
I'll be out.
I mean, I imagine the muscle would stay outside.
Okay. So all right. So uprush.
I'll go with.
I might be a terrifying threat.
Yeah.
But I don't look it.
Okay.
I can go with the Jean-Jacques.
Okay, wonderful. So Uprush and Jean-Jacques enter. Is it Drake is staying outside? What about Hector and Kidru?
I'll stay outside.
Okay, Hector's.
I can stay outside.
Okay, so it is just Jean-Jacques and Uprush entering. All right. So this Genasi girl kind of what can I do for you today, my lords?
We need a room and somewhere to place our cart.
Ah, very well. Then roll outside really quick, y'all. A perception check and an intimidation check, if you will.
Oh my.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Just lean against the cart all cool, like flex your
Right.
muscles a little bit.
Like how don't steal from me can you look in this moment?
I got a 14 perception and a 22 intimidation.
22 intimidation, 14 perception.
Yes, I am not to be
So the most
fucked with.
jacked bird.
Yeah.
I bet if someone saw a bird person for the first time and I aggressively called at them, they'd back up
They'd shit their
immediately.
pants. Hundo P.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was that from Drake? Or from
I
Mario?
got a
21 perception, 24 intimidation.
Okay, so no one appears to approach you. You guys don't pick up anything around here. But no one appears to approach you in this moment, for your cart. And let's do...
I think so.
Let's do, because how does that... You don't have any horses with you, which is interesting. Namely.
Yeah, the fact that we don't have horses... Our homies
We have
are
the most
horses.
jacked motherfuckers ever just pulled the cart themselves.
Yeah, you've got some cracked guys for sure. So...
Yoked as hell.
Let's hit them with a, Wonderful. So she goes, very well, and how many nights will you be staying?
We're planning on a few, so we'll say, off the top of my head, how long until the invasion?
So you needed 4.5 days until, or 3 days time is when Thricemark will be there. Thricemark is left, so he will be there in 3 days time.
Did you say 4 days or 3 days? 4 days or 3 days? What do you think?
What do you think, sir? Like, how long do you think we're gonna stay here? Because we picked up a door. There's so much more we need to shop for.
Let's say 4.
4 days. You think it's gonna take 4 days? All right, 4 days.
4 lovely
yes,
days.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Wow. We're hurtling towards...
And then how sizable are your rooms?
She goes, indeed, each room can take 2 people, a piece. So
yes.
It depends. It would depend on the size of your party, particularly.
We'll take 2 rooms.
2 rooms, very well. And she goes, and would you be liking dinner? We should be coming towards, I believe this was dinner time. Yeah, because you guys were getting in the evening. Because we made the check with the...
Sounds very nice.
Yeah. And she goes, and, okay, so, she passes over, 3 keys, specifically. And she goes, okay, so these 2 are the 2 room keys, and this is the key to the stables there.
Understood.
We're going to ping back to everyone outside very quickly. Roll me another perception check. If there is, let's see. You guys are looking intimidating. It's just passive at this point, yeah. Okay. What is the highest passive perception among you?
24.
That one.
No one can. Oh no, passive perception
passive,
is a base
so,
stat. It's a
just
constant. It's not a roll.
Yeah.
Oh, what's our?
It's what? It's
10,
8
10
plus.
Whiz plus. Yeah.
Or is it 8? Is it 8 or is it 8? I think it's 10.
8. No, it's 8.
Average. It's 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yours is 24, Hector.
Yeah. Let me double check why though, because that's.
I think but it's probably 8. It's probably like 8 wisdom proficiency. Right?
Well, yeah, but that's 9. I might have typoed. It might be 4.
It's 10 plus.
You can see everything.
Oh, it's 10. Okay, yeah, because it's based on your average roll.
If you are proficient in perception.
Which I am.
Okay, so
Alright,
if
so
you're
10 plus wisdom plus
perception.
proficiencies. That would be 18,
So it's
I think, for you. 19? 19. Okay.
19, because we have proficiencies at 4. I've got a plus 5.
Okay, alright, so 19.
I got
with a
19.
You do hear the sound of your cart rattling, but then you turn around and there you just see the sound of feet like escaping into the night. It doesn't appear you didn't have a lot in the cart, so you're not entirely certain what they were doing in your cart.
I checked to see if there's stuff there that shouldn't be there.
Like stuff planted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me an investigation.
8.
8. Okay. Yeah, you don't really pick up on anything here. You're kind of looking. You're like, okay, roof's still normal, so the shield.
I was just looking at it. It would have been done better for that if I investigated.
Yeah.
Christ. Intelligence is
Let's
so
do,
bad.
Let's do Cool.
Survival check.
I take a quick peek. That's the wording you gotta use.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'd like to
Yeah,
perceive if there's anything.
Okay, so let's do that. This is okay. Cool. Yeah. So nothing. So we ping back inside. So yeah, you've gathered this, and she kind of like very well. Please. She goes, please claim a table, and I'll be with you very shortly. And feel free to drop your stuff off upstairs. Your rooms are going to be the two nearest to the stairwell on either side.
Yeah, thank you so much. They're adjacent, correct?
No, they would be across from each other. Would you like
Across.
adjacent rooms?
Adjacent would be preferred.
Wonderful. She takes back the second of the keys that she's handed you and replaces it with an additional key here.
Ah, thank you so much.
She goes, these will be the two to the left.
Understood. I give her a gold coin as a
Wonderful. Oh, very well. Indeed, I haven't even asked you about how much. I haven't even given you a rate for the wonder.
And already you've been so kind.
4 days. Let's do. So it's 4 days. It is currently 2 gold per night per room.
Okay.
So that would be, I believe, 16 for the week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'll also be paying this in Electrum because I have Electrum for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I have gold. I can take care of it.
Yeah, but I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Your call. I'm not gonna tell you no. I'll keep my money.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Plus, I still don't know if I got Did we get paid? Oh yeah, it was in plat.
Yeah, you got 200 gold
quest, right?
that you had found off of the
we haven't split that yet, have we?
Off of Bahan. No, you
I
guys
just
haven't
put it
used
with the party funds.
It's in the party funds.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta take you around to all these things so you can pay for this shit.
Alright,
Alright, just paying on personal.
you gotta, Travis, you gotta let me know if you like physically, if you're like requisitioning, just that way I know what you physically have on you, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
no, here's the thing: we keep our gold on the biggest guy.
Yeah. Well, then there's okay.
And I do have my own stuff and the party funds separate.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, as you guys go to put the cart away, and you come in to prepare for dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stash the cart away, no problem.
Yeah, I stash the cart away. I want to check the cart and then go. Then
Yeah,
again, the cart.
his shield's still up there. Which you.
No,
I
we're
mean,
taking that. We're taking that.
You're taking that
I'm
inside?
taking it. I'm handing that to Kid Bro.
Wonderful. So you get down. So you get
yeah.
down the shield from the cart. And you bring it inside. You guys can stash things in your room if you would like.
I'm gonna cast invisibility on Rue.
In the bar.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna make you invisible.
Okay.
We're gonna get you into the room, so that you and the big shield not even noticed.
Yo, I'm
All
gonna
good?
grab my shield. Yeah.
Yeah, we want you with your shield. We're not leaving your shield in the cart. That's not gonna happen.
That's horrible.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So yeah, I claimed the table. It's got good visibility of the door, and I actually I'm picking up on my dad's tactical decision making. I pick a seating that faces the door, but cannot be viewed when viewing the front desk. So if you're looking at the front desk, you have to look out of your way to look at where we're looking.
Yeah, so you're looking for corner
we're
table.
gonna be.
You're grabbing.
So probably a corner table where you have to look back away from the counter to see us.
Yeah, corner. Oh, interesting.
We see the front door.
So not like corner. You're gonna go like maybe
corner.
over or something. So they have to,
one
like,
over a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anyone needs to like look away to look at us, you need to look away from the front counter.
All right, 10-4. So yeah, wonderful. Yeah, you're able to find that, no problem. You guys sit down. And she kind of like gestures. You hear her kind of calling into the back here. And you see that there is
We're gonna go to dinner. I'm not gonna make him invisible.
You're not gonna. Okay.
We're gonna eat dinner. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Right.
He's not gonna sit there invisibly eating for an hour.
Right.
That'd be hilarious though. He'd be watching a friggin' spoon just lifting and dropping.
just and then disappears halfway up. Like what?
Yeah, food just
People
disappears.
freak
I
out.
just sit next to one of you and you guys feed me.
Yeah. It's just very subtly just to raise stuff
you're
up.
getting a meal. We probably paid for that meal. You're getting a meal.
Yeah.
You're getting your own meal. You're getting your own meal.
No.
If they give us side eye, we give them dead.
Yeah.
We give them.
Whoa!
You
Oh,
see
what
that,
all
Yeah,
that?
escalation. Okay.
you see that there's kind of a skinnier looking human woman, blonde, dressed well, kind of comes out and begins delivering you guys. Just like, stops over, waitress, and what do we have for your table, my lords? We have, a variety of cured and salted meats. We have a variety of cooked porks
John
and
Jack being
things.
called my lord, I might cry.
Yeah. And we have a, y'all are in the fancy area. Town.
Yeah,
You're ordering
this
in the
is-
fancy
this is-
area.
I am appalled
Sure.
that this exists
Yeah.
in the Despotic.
Mm.
Yeah. And they go, we have a variety of fine wines and ales to suit your fancy.
What kind of wine you got?
Ooh,
Anything fruity?
We have a number of Satpian wines that have been imported. We have a number of Kelkeri wines that have been imported. Imported. She says, hesitates there. Your detect thought.
It lasts a minute. It's
probably-
down. It's down.
Oh, it's down. It's only a minute. I thought for
down.
some
Yeah,
reason
yeah,
it was
it's only-
10.
No.
Okay.
I wish.
Yeah.
That'd be
Each should be
amazing.
crazy.
Let
Yeah.
me see. Detect thoughts. Yeah, it's a minute.
Yeah,
Just
okay,
a minute.
yeah, definitely down. Imported. Well, imported. And she goes, and there are
I need to cast detect thoughts to know what's going on.
there are a number of Satpian, there are a number of homemade despotate ales that were cooked up in the different towers and westward regions.
Oh, lovely.
Absolutely do a Soptian wine.
I'll take the homemade stuff.
Wonderful. This is a blast from your past, 100%. Kidaru here. Actually, as she goes, very well.
I take out a Satpian cigar and I
Yes.
fiddle it between my fingers and I ask, "May I?"
Oh yes, indeed. There's no. She goes. There seems to be no trouble inside here with our sorts of with our groups and She kind of stumbles over herself and she goes, "Apologies."
Understood.
She goes, "Generally, just if anyone that is around you happens to complain, that's when we ask them to."
Entirely reasonable.
And she, as she goes off to fill, she goes, "Right, well, I'll be right back with those drink orders then." Oh, and as for food, yes, had you decided whether you would like we have a variety of salted dried meats that we can give if you would prefer something that's like stewed. They drop them into stews and sort of leave them to simmer and gain any sort of flavor that can leach out from those. Or we can do a well cooked a steak of some sort. We have assorted porks. We have assorted on keg leather, as it were. Well, I guess
You had me at pork.
Do we have a
Pork
seafood
steak.
option by chance?
She kind of looks at you and goes, "Not really."
Damn.
Oh, what did you ask?
Seafood option.
Seafood.
Oh, seafood option.
They're like, "Not
Might be
really."
some fish.
What?
Kidru, do you like lobster?
I could do a lobster.
Do you like lobster? Me and him on keg.
Wonderful. And she
take the
kind of
object.
takes off. As you place that order, you hear a sound actually coming through your You feel the presence of ascending again, Jean-Jacques. Drake actually. You feel the presence of
Drake.
ascending.
Oh boy. He's ascending.
You hear. You
He
hear.
wishes.
You hear. Scrampton here. Is this thing on? Both forces marching, old one. Tillydale gave Scrampton a sending scroll. He needed to make sure you knew.
You just blew it. You blew the spell. Who gave Scrampton a scroll?
Yo, I know that guy.
You know that guy.
Ransom?
Scrampton.
He's
there-
Scrampton,
Mario's just
man.
putting his hand in his head, like, and shaking it.
yeah. Alright, so because you happen to know that they were already marching. Yes, you had this information, 100%. He just sent you one because he wanted to send
He
you
just
one.
blew a scroll. He's like, here's a scroll. Oh man.
You guys have yourself a nice.
You good? You good, Uprush?
I'll be
your,
fine.
Your eyes twitching a little bit.
I think you
I'll
should
be
tell him.
fine. I don't want to think about it. I just need a drink.
And I take out like my actual like cigar case. I got Elvin, I got Satpian. You know, we're in. I only got one of each, but I have one Chernovian and one Blarney.
I'll just take the drink, buddy. Thank you.
Alright,
smoke.
Drew, want a blast from the past?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, I passed over Satpian cigar over to
Wonderful.
Kid
So
Roo.
you guys have a smoke. You guys have yourselves a nice dinner here. Relatively filling and relatively well cooked. You know, you Jean-Jacques. This is the nicest food you've ever eaten in the Desperate.
I know.
This is the nicest. You had lived on hardtack and mushrooms before. This is a step up.
How's the brew? What kind of brew? Like, how would you describe the brew?
Oh,
what is it like?
Let's
what kind?
see.
Is it a beer?
Which one
is
did
it
you get?
Is it
the Despotate one?
The local, the local.
It's almost like a pilsner.
If
It's almost like a pilsner, right? It's like definitely they appear to have been growing their own wheat internally and shit like that, like wheat and hops internally.
Wow.
Yeah. Just like, which again is like, okay, if they can put a fucking brewery in the tower, like
where
they're not doing this shit for the people. And as you guys may you come to the end of the night and you are going to reach to pay. Drake, as you go to reach a hand into your pants pocket, there's nothing there. Anything that was in your pockets, or small pouches, anything that you would have kept around your belt or waist, appears to have been stolen.
What? Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good.
Indeed. And at that, as you come to that realization, like, oh shit, we got robbed. And let's see, who Kidaru was the other one bringing it, right? Any of your coin that you would have had on you throughout the last day or two would also have been stolen.
What?
The two people who were outside of the cart. Yes.
Well.
What the? What?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And that is where we will leave tonight's session. Having found yourselves a room to stay for the night, having lost some contingent of your money, at some point along the last, you know that it would have been obviously since you entered the city proper.
100 gold. Okay, so in the city proper.
At some point, so either entering the first section of the city, either entering the second section of the city, but obviously not while you guys were out in the wastes, because
no, we had it in here.
Yeah.
So it was okay. So it was not necessarily the inner city.
Not necessarily the inner city. No.
Okay, so it was either the inner or the outer. Oh shit.
Right. One of the failed perceptions
very
a lot
rich
more
now.
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's a number of coin and perhaps any small items that you would have had on yourselves. And at that, that will be where we will end tonight's session. See you guys next week. See y'all Wednesday.